All right, friends, after much technical difficulty, and we're still dealing with some of it, we finally got the stream up and going. We've got Colby Merritt on mat number 3. Score is 0-0 with a minute left in the second period. Welcome to SVI Sports Network. This is Jason Hoops from Star Valley, but now live in Juab, Utah, Nephi, Utah. But most weekends I can get away and cover wrestling for Star Valley, which is a treat. All right, Colby's on bottom and is bellied out and working to get up on his base right now, but 25 seconds left in the second period. And the ref's telling him to improve, and he does a little Granby roll and gets paused on his back just for a second. Nope, didn't give up any back points at all. All right, Red takes down. So Colby's got some work ahead of him because he's got to ride him out and score points, or one or the other. And just riding out is he's got to score points to win, because right now his opponent's in the kind of in the driver's seat, because his easiest point to get in wrestling is an escape. And so his opponent got what he wanted for the last round. And that's the bottom position. Let's see if Colby can turn him and start scoring some points, or Colby's going to have to cut him to get a takedown. All right, Colby with boots in, breaking him down. Blood. All right, we've got Colby on mat 3, Cale Hoops coming up on mat 2 pretty quick. We missed Boone's match just a second ago. Had some camera issues, but Boone got out ahead and then ended up getting beat in a major decision. And so I haven't been able to look at the brackets yet, but he's likely out of the tournament. They've got what's called a second chance tournament. These matches that we're watching right now, they've wrestled one, or they've lost one match, and so it's do or die right now. Colby with a square stance, and he's got they're just locked up right now. Not Colby's got to get a little bit more aggressive with his hand fighting to set up, and when they collar tie and just hang on tight, that's there's got to be some space between them, just a little bit. And I think he's waiting. There's a minute, or there's 40 seconds left in the match. And I think Colby's trying to time it so he gets a takedown with no time left on the clock, but I don't think Coach Eddie wants that approach. There's nice underhook to a high crotch, and he takes him right down to his back. That was outstanding. 9 seconds left. Great win by Colby Merritt. That just was a nice strategic, just calculated takedown, and it paid off and made it look easy, actually. Good job, Colby Merritt. All right, we're waiting for mat number 2 to clear up. Tiger-Grizz. If she goes to SVI, she should be able to find it. All right, I'm looking at Flow Wrestling. All right, we've got so Star Valley has 4 wrestlers left in the tournament. Consolation round 6 is Cale Hoops. He's up next on mat 2. The camera's looking at mat 2 right now. But he's up next. Kimball Perry is in the semifinals. His brother Tell Perry is in the semifinals as well. And then we just watched Colby Merritt win his match just in the last few seconds. Got a takedown. He's behind 1-0. Got a takedown, made it look super easy. Almost put him on his back. But Caleb now, or Colby has now advanced to consolation round 7. Just a little background, Tiger-Grizz tournament has become, well, it's always been one of the toughest tournaments that Star Valley went to, and there were a series of years where Star Valley didn't come, and now they're back to the Tiger-Grizz, and it's tougher than I think it's ever been. Right now there's like 50 teams that are here at the Tiger-Grizz. Now that's probably counting men's and women's, but still that's a ginormous tournament. They've got mats in the main gym here. 6 full mats in the main gym, and then they've got mats spread all over the school, cafeteria and auxiliary gym. And then the JV tournament is happening at Idaho Falls High School. This is at Skyline High School right now, but this tournament is basically citywide, and it is tough. Right now, well, the last time I looked, Star Valley was in 6th place with 72.5 points, I believe it was. The leading team was Thunder Ridge. I don't think that's Thunder Ridge, Thunder, Wyoming, but the leading team was 88. So Star Valley's really not that far out. Okay, we've got Cale Hoops up next. All right, he's ready to go. Slide by attempt by Cale's opponent. Both of them are just kind of hand fighting for wrist control. Forehead to forehead snap down by Cale. Oh, nice little duck under to a high crotch by Cale's opponent. And a takedown. Fantastic takedown. I wish I could see on Flo who he's wrestling. Damian Avila. Damian's up by 3 points now. Cale's on bottom. They went out of bounds, so they're starting back to the center. Cale building up. Damian with a claw ride and a flank. Putting some pressure on Cale. First period's about to wrap up. I think in these consolation rounds, I haven't been paying attention to the clock, but oftentimes they'll, instead of being 2-minute rounds, I think they're a minute and a half. All right, Cale defers. He wins the toss. He defers. Damian chooses down. Damian with a nice move off the whistle for a switch. You see so many wrestlers switch to and put their hand on the outside of the leg and they don't get it, and Damian did a great job with that switch. Got his hand in the inside of Cale's thigh, and oh, a slick duck under. All right, Cale's got to get settled. Damian tried another slick duck under. Coach is telling Cale to get a little lower. Cale lost his feet there, and another takedown. So Damian Avila is ahead. Well, the scoreboard still says 8-1, but I don't think they. I don't think they gave him his points for that last takedown. 44 seconds left in the second period. Cale's on bottom, building up, and cuts. Oh, there's the points. So it's 3-11 right now in favor of Avila. Oh, Cale does a little trip. Cale's got an arm bar and a wrist. Arm bar and a wrist. Time running out in the second period. All right, Cale takes down, likely to get an escape since he's got 3 of them already. That'll take it 7-11, and that puts him 4 points behind. So he's still got to get a takedown and then some back points. So he's got a three move issue where he's got to get 3 sets of points. Vila's working a little harder, trying to ride Kale out this this round because he's ahead by 4. All right, Kale with the escape. Takedown puts Kale behind by 1 still, but a minute and 10 seconds left in the match. All right, Kale did a little turn, a little go behind, and put his knee in danger, so the ref stopped it, which certainly helped Kale in that situation. He needed a fresh start. Avila's got head position on Kale, but Kale's got the underhook. 36 seconds left. Knee pick by Avila, and they head out of bounds. Kale's got to get lower. 28 seconds left in the match. Oh, Kale's coming behind. Kale's got a takedown. 18 seconds left. He's behind by 1. He's behind by 1. And the official gave him the point. Oh! Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. Shoot, Kale was so close. Kale was so close. Wow. That was a fun match to watch, but I believe Kale is officially out of the tournament right now, but kept going for it. Love to watch, you just love to watch a wrestler, their effort, just the way they compete, so that was great. He's getting coached up by Coach Perry right now, and little adjustments to be made all throughout the season, and one of the nice things about Star Valley Wrestling is when it comes time to the postseason, they have their athletes ready to rock and roll. It's amazing how, and Kale is my 6th son to go through the Star Valley Wrestling program, and we just really learned to tell them to just trust the system and just keep going. It's amazing how much better they are at the end of the season compared to the middle or even the beginning, and so losses are you hate experiencing them, but they are. It's easier to learn during those situations than a win. So this will make Kale better for the postseason. But fantastic. Okay, so right now we are waiting for the semifinals to be. Oh, we've got a Star Valley girls wrestler, and I apologize, I've been gone. I don't from the Valley for a few years, and I'm just gonna zoom it in there so those of you who know can watch. Star Valley's working on a cradle right there, doing a good job of. Posting the leg and then working around to driving the head towards the leg. Now she's back. All right, nice cradle look. It looks like a cradle in the making. She's cranking that head around towards the knee versus the other way around, and there's the cradle. Now she wants to get her lower leg in the rib cage. Looks like she's got it right where she wants it. Ref's not going down to look, but I think it's easy to see from this side. Her opponent's inside shoulder is up, but that's why you put your head in the side of their head, and then you dig your knee into their ribs, and that helps you get both shoulders down. But it's a little bit different with typically the girls are just a little bit more flexible, so they can bend out of stuff that the guys normally wouldn't. But Star Valley secures the pin over there on mat number 6. All right, Star Valley Wrestling fans, we're gonna end this broadcast and then just start a fresh one when the semifinals begin. Semifinals are the next round, as well as they're going to wrestle semifinals and the 8th round of wrestlebacks, which I believe are the semifinals of the wrestlebacks. So don't get too far away from your computer or your TV that you're watching this on. I suspect they don't know the exact time, but as you can see, most of the mats are just warming up and waiting for something to happen. So I would guess that in the next 15 or 20 minutes, the round will begin. But I will just launch the broadcast again then. All right, Star Valley Wrestling fans, they finally cleared the mats. They are starting the semifinals this round. It's a little bit after 11 o'clock. Semifinals and I believe consolation semifinals as well.
We'd like to give another thank you to our sponsors for the Tiger-Grizz Invitational that helped make this tradition possible. Tolman Construction, All Phase, Advanced Restoration, Idaho Interiors, Alex Purcell Company, Farm Grid, Valleywire, San Anthony Motors,
All right, friends, we're waiting for Kimball Perry and Tel Perry, who will be coming up pretty soon. I don't see a mat assignment yet, but I am on top of all of the mats. So, time being, we will watch on mat number 7, one of the Lady Braves.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please, if you are not a wrestler that is on deck, please go sit down, or we will stop the matches until you do. 2 coaches per corner. No standing between the Washington, or we will stop the matches until you sit down. Thank you.
Okay, Star Valley Wrestling fans, we're waiting for Kimball Perry is the next Star Valley wrestler up. It's just him and his brother Tell, and they're usually right after one another in weight anyway. And they've got two. We're looking at one of the semifinal mats, mat number 5. And Kimball's coming up soon. I haven't got the indication when he's on deck yet, but he's coming up soon. Stay tuned. I take that back. The last word I got was mat 5. So we're aimed at mat 5 right now. Just waiting for Tell. Or Kimball. I keep saying Tell, I'm sorry. All right, Kimball is mat 5. Tell is mat 2. I just got the notification that Tell is on mat 2. So he's coming up soon. We're looking at mat number 5 right now. If the lower left corner of your screen has the edge of mat number 2. So we're not far away from each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you are not a wrestler that is on deck or coaching a wrestler that is on deck, go behind the seat, please. No parents or other spectators behind the score tables or behind the mats. Thank you.
All right, everybody, don't know for sure what happened to Kimball, but somehow Tell's out ahead of Kimball, but Tell's up right now. Mat number 2, semifinals. Front headlock, kind of head and hold go behind attempt, and he wasn't able to make it around behind to secure the takedown. All right, nice shot attempt by Ingram, and Tell Perry just used it to his advantage, did a little arm, turned it into an arm drag, and glanced away, glanced back, and next thing I know, he's got a takedown. So Tell Perry up ahead 3-0 with 50 seconds left in the first period. Ace Ingram spent a lot of time on his belly already. Tell's trying to cross-face or get some wrist control. All right, Ace Ingram up on his base right now, and let's see what Tell does. Tell's tight-waisted and chopping the left elbow. Looking for some wrist control underneath, it looks like. Time's going to run out right there. All right, they head into the second period. Let's see who wins the toss. Ace Ingram wins it, and he defers. Tell says he'll go neutral. The low fireman's attempt by Ace, and I think Tell saw that coming. Now Tell's in front headlock. Sometimes they hear it called short offense, and all that means is their arms are short. Oh, nice little knee tap by Tell. Dump him over on his hip, and he spins behind for another takedown. I hope you could see that, but that little knee tap that Tell did was amazing, and all he needed to do was dump Ace Ingram right on his hip, and that is all he needed to spin around behind to secure that takedown. So 2 nice go-behind takedowns by Tell Perry. Those are the most common takedowns in wrestling. And we used to say a single leg takedown, and nobody ever thought about, oh, wait a minute, just a snap down, go behind, that's a takedown too. All right, Tell's looking for what Star Valley calls a Zuniga. He's got that wrist on the right side. Now he goes back up to the crossface. And the ref calls Ace Ingram for stalling, gives him a warning, and you got to love it. I don't like it when refs wait until the end of the match to start calling stalling. They should call it when they see it. And this official did that. 30 seconds left in the second period. Tell Perry is ahead 6-0. Tell's just kind of running and looking for a half, got a wrist, and he switches to a half, back to a wrist, and he's just running that arm, and the ref calls that for potentially dangerous. And you got to hand it to Ace Ingram for gritting that one out and not going over, because most people, when they feel, and literally, you can hear sometimes the wrestler's shoulder snap, crackling, and popping because of an arm bar or whatever, cranking on their arm like that. And so you got to hand it to Ace Ingram for not just going over on his back, even though his arm was about to get torn off. All right, Tell with a tight waist on the left. Time runs out, heading into the third period. Ace says he's going to take top. And that makes sense because he did nothing but spend time on his belly when Tell was on top. So even though that's not a normal choice, it might as well be if you're wrestling Tell Perry. And Tell took advantage of that, a 2-point reversal. Minute and 45 seconds left in the match, 8-0 in favor of Tell Perry over Ace Ingram from Madison. All right, a minute down, minute left. Ace building up to his base, looking for some hand control, does a little sit out, trying to create some space in between him. And notice Tell just pressuring forward the whole time. Look at Tell's toes digging in the mat. He's just trying to put weight forward onto Ace Ingram. And Ace, on the other hand, is trying to pressure back or sit out and to the side and get some space in between his hips and Tell's hips. And he's not doing any of that right now, at least not successfully. The official warns Tell for stalling. And his excuse for that is Tell's just kind of hanging on, riding it out. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's why I'm not going to say anything. 20 seconds left in the match. Ace on his belly some more. Ace's coaches don't like that. Ace doesn't like it. He probably doesn't think he has much to say, much to do about it, because he's getting all kinds of pressure from Tell Perry on top. Tell's got an arm bar on the left side, and Ace is kind of sitting out, kind of standing up a little bit now, and the official calls a potentially dangerous hold there there was 1 second left. All right, Tell Perry into the finals with a major decision. So Tell has just had a heyday. Let me see if I can find his bracket. All right, Tell Perry, his time at the Tiger-Grizz as a senior. First match of the tournament for him. He won 3-0 over Hunolt from Evanston. Second match, he wins, no. First match, he got a pin. It was 3-0 when he got a pin at 56 seconds into the first round. Second match, a pin at 1:54 of the first round over Greenwood from Idaho Falls. His quarterfinal match was a fall at 1:28 over Miller of probably Meridian. And then the one we just watched was a major decision, 8-0 over Ace Ingram from Madison. And Ace was the number 3 seeded wrestler. Tell's the number 2 seeded wrestler. And Tell took it to him. All right, we're waiting. I still have yet to see. I hope we didn't miss Kimball's match. Maybe he got it over with real quick. But all right, we'll hold tight till Kimball's up. they had and the reason, I'm guessing the reason for the delay is there was some injury time on a match a couple of matches ago over on mat number 5, and that match, just with all the injury time and the blood cleanup, all of that, it seemed like it took 30 minutes. So they probably had, that's probably why Tail got out ahead of Kimball. All right, we just got that notification that Kimball is up next on mat number 5. Okay, friends, up next, Kimball Perry, semifinals. Against Mason Carlson. Mason in on the leg real quick, and he picks it up high and trips Kimball right down and took the takedown, 3 points. You see Mason with the leg scooped up of Kimball's, and he's trying to turk Kimball over onto his back. And Kimball's doing everything he can to stay right side up. And he's doing a fantastic job of keeping his back from being exposed on the mat. All right, stalemate. Minute and 11 left in the match. No, it wasn't a stalemate. It was Kimball hurt his blood. Three to 0 right now. Just barely getting underway. All right, Mason Carlson got legs in real quick on Kimball. Mason looks like he's got an arm bar with his left. No, he doesn't. He's got, looked like he had his own leg kind of wrapped around Kimball's waist, just trying to hold it in place. Kimball back to the center real quick, drop down into the referee's position, and Mason Carlson loads up, and away they go again. Oh, Mason got a couple of back points on Kimball. They haven't been awarded yet, but the ref's got his fingers stuck out, so he doesn't forget to award those points. So 3 seconds left in the first period, so we're essentially 5 to 0 right now. 5 to 0 as we head into the second period. All right, red has choice. That was Kimball. He defers. Mason takes neutral. Mason is from Syracuse. I'm assuming that's Utah. Kimball kind of batting his head and does some fakes and jabs with his hands towards the leg of Mason's. Mason has to react just a little bit, but they're both just hand fighting great right now. Nice little misdirection attempt by Mason. Another misdirection attempt. Kimball sees it coming. Nice, and then Kimball says, I'll give you one of those, but Kimball commits to it. And looks like he's got a crotch lock on Kimball, so he's trying to defend that takedown, and Kimball, he got around behind, got his hips on top of Kimball's hips, got an ankle controlled as well on the other side. And the ref was forced to give Mason a takedown there. So the score is 8 to 0 right now with a minute left in the second period. Halfway point of the match. more back points by Mason, and he's going to get all 4 of them. All right, about 5 seconds left. 12-0 right now as we head into the 3rd period. I did not see exactly what happened, but Mason Carlson looks like he kind of tweaked his knee a little bit, but he's not. It's not phasing him. All right, Kimball's got 1:50 left, and he's doing a good job of top control, tight waist with his right arm, and looking for wrist and elbow control on the left side. And Mason Carlson got hand control and pops up. As soon as he got a little hand control, Mason popped up. And Kimball had to let him go. He was behind too long and got a stall warning. All right, Kimball's trying to. All right, a minute left. 13-0 in favor of Mason Carlson from Syracuse. Nice sweep single to the right side. But Kimball didn't get it finished fast enough, and Mason Carlson just made him pay for it again. And that ends up being a technical fall in favor of Mason Carlson from Syracuse over Kimball Perry from Star Valley. And you know that's of course you don't expect that. We just got such high expectations of the Kimball brothers, but they are human, and there's just tough guys out there everywhere. But I know the way their parents treat it is just, these sometimes getting it handed to you is one of the best things that can happen. It doesn't feel good, it's not fun, it's not happy, but sometimes that's the best thing that could happen, especially Star Valley is just a few weeks away from the postseason, and that's where you want it to count. You want to learn as much as you can, and all these practice matches is what I always told my boys. It's just practice. You're just trying to get better at wrestling, and the outcomes don't matter until the postseason. Now, of course, they matter because the guys have wrestled so hard and practiced so hard, and so it matters to them. But in the grand scheme of things, even in the world of wrestling, the end result is the postseason, not all the matches that lead up to it. So anyway, both matches were great to watch. Tel Perry will advance to the finals. Kimball will head into the semifinals of in the consolation round. So Kimball will have an opportunity to wrestle for third, and we'll wait till that happens. So right now I'll leave the camera running. We don't have any more Star Valley wrestlers coming up, but I'll leave the camera running on at least one of the mats, and we'll wait until we get notified for the next bout that should be Kimball's. Kimball's should be the next match. but it'll be a little while, probably an hour. All right, friends, just a real quick update on Kimball. He is in the consolation finals, and he will wrestle Neville's, the number 1 seeded wrestler. That's amazing. The number 2 seeded wrestler was Kimball. Number 1 seeded wrestler was Neville's from Meridian, and they are meeting in the consolation finals. Consolation meaning they're the best they can. They're going to wrestle for third. Now, if let's see. And then if they win that, then Kimball will take third. If he loses that, then he will have an opportunity to wrestle for 5th. No, actually, they do it looks like it's a true 2nd or true 3rd. Just studying this bracket. It looks like what happens is so Kimball's in the consolation finals. He will wrestle for 3rd. If he does not win that, then he will wrestle for 4th. Interesting. Okay, everybody. Actually, I think what we'll do is probably stop the broadcast right now, and then we will start it back up because it's going to be a while. Everybody grab some lunch. It's almost 1 o'clock. If you haven't had lunch yet, it's a good time to do that. Give yourself a break. Go out and get some sunshine, and we will see you back here in about an hour. But I will just start the broadcast as soon as Kimball's about ready to start wrestling. All right, everybody, we're back, and I had made a mistake earlier. I didn't realize Colby was still in the tournament, and I apologize for that. But Colby is in the tournament right now, and he's wrestling on mat number 5. Nice takedown by Colby to go up. All right, 7 seconds left in the first period. Colby's ahead 3-0. All right, Colby gets to pick. He's choosing down. Nice high flying takedown, by the way. I hope you get a chance to go back and rewatch that one. Colby just turning in, and he got an escape. Had to earn that one. That was not given. 4-0 in favor of Colby Merritt. Colby with a sweep to the right side, just hooked a knee, but Mr. Colton Austin did a good job defending that, so no points there. Still 4-0 with a minute left in the second period, so we're the exact half point for the match. A little high crotch attempt there, a single leg attempt by Colby at the end of that, but they head into the final period, and Colby's on top. All right, Colby. Mr. Austin got an escape, so now it's 4-1. Colby still in control. Minute 38 left in the match. Sweep single and then a straight on shot by Colby's opponent. Nice work. Oh! And Colby got taken down right to his back. Oh, heartbreaker for Colby there, guys, heartbreaker. He was well in control of that. Wow. So Colby Austin from Post Falls won by decision over Colby Merritt, 7-4. I didn't expect that, especially just there at the last minute, the last few seconds actually. I think they're only wrestling through. Yeah, I think Colby Merritt's done for the day. So that leaves us with Kimball Perry and Tell Perry coming up soon. Well, not soon, I'm afraid. All right, friends, we're a little ways out before Tell's third place match or Kimball's third place match, and then Tell's first place match. We'll end the stream. All right, everybody. Just to give you a heads up on what's going on, we did have some technical difficulties. They were solved. It required Dave Kazare back in Afton to fix it, but all back in order now. We missed. I had previously stated that Kimball was wrestling next for third and fourth. They've got some new brackets that just look weird. For those of you who know track wrestling versus flow wrestling and where you look at the brackets, those two companies produce or display the brackets differently. And anyway, so we missed a match of Tell's or Kimball's, and it was about 3 sweep singles to the right side, a couple of escapes. Actually, 2 sweep singles to the right side, a couple of escapes. And anyway, he beat him 8-0. And so now, but that was the semifinals. I didn't realize that just the way the brackets looked. But now Kimball's coming up. I think the next match after this one. And he'll be wrestling for third place. His brother Tell is wrestling for first place, and so they're finishing right now. The mat that we're looking at on the screen is the mat for third and fourth place. The mat above them is wrestling for fifth and sixth place. And as soon as we get through the weights here, then they will pause the action remove the mats to the upper left and right, or upper left, and anyway, they'll remove all but 2 mats. One will be for the championship round for the boys, and the other one will be championship round for the girls. And I believe we're looking at the championship mat right now. So hang tight. I actually thought Kimball should have been up right now, but obviously not. So he'll come up next, I believe, after this match is over with. They're still in the first period on this mat, and so don't get too far away. Kimball's up next. Okay, Star Valley Wrestling fans, Kimball is now finally up. All right, Kimball's finally up. This is his last match of the day to take third. All right, they're just kind of eyeballing each other, both kind of checking their stance by touching the floor, trying to stay low. Hand fighting a little bit. Swiping at each other's heads. All right. Kimball on a front headlock, short offense is what they call that, and he's trying to watch when they get turned around here. Oh, end of the period, it looks like. Maybe he just called it. Nope, that was just a little stalemate. I love it when officials kind of keep the action going. If things look a little boring down there, it looks like they're not going anywhere, making any progress, they just start them again. Looks like Kimball won the toss. He deferred. His opponent chooses down. All right, 0-0. Kimball with the tight waist with his right arm, doing a little head pry on the left side. Neville's up on his feet and out of there. Now Neville's turn to do a little front headlock on Kimball, but Kimball got out of it. See how Kimball just keeps kind of pulling down on the back of Neville's head. There's several reasons for that, but he's setting up a takedown. He's putting weight, he's forcing Neville to put weight on his feet that make him less movable. So more of an easy target for Kimball to shoot on. But it also just wears him out, and over time that makes a big difference, especially in the third round. Who has the biggest gas tank is likely to win. Ref makes them start back up on their feet again. Okay, 1-0 in favor of Neville's. I believe that's Meridian High School. Kimball on bottom and Escape ties it, but then they're tied up, and something's got to happen for one to win. So let's see if Kimball can turn this into a reversal for 2 points to go out ahead, or an Escape and then a takedown to go farther out ahead. Neville's with a tight waist on the left side, but Kimball's up and fighting hands, and Neville's kind of sucked him back and tripped him back down to the mat. Minute and 12 seconds left in this match. Guys, I must have missed something, but there's a scoreboard says it's 5-0. I'm sorry if I missed something. Oh, no, I didn't miss something. The ref just went over and corrected him. It's 1-0, like I thought. You know that's a good thing when you thought you were wrong, but you really weren't. Okay. All right, so Kimball's got a minute right now to figure this thing out. Neville's with a good arm head prise, what they call that. And he's doing a fantastic job of riding. And riding doesn't do a lot for you in high school, but a guy that can ride really well in high school is going to be that much farther ahead in college. And in college, riding matters. In fact, I know the coaches want a stall call. Stall call on Green because he is just hanging on. But in college, if you ride your opponent for 1 minute longer than he rode you, then you get a point at the end of the match. And so riding is much more revered and honored in college. And that's one of the transitions that high school wrestlers have a hard time making into college is being a better rider and then also escaping bottom. 22 seconds. 22 seconds. That other wrestler's kept checking the clock, and a lot of times an official is just going to All right, the official called the stall call. Called the stall call. Because he was hanging onto the legs. Hanging onto the legs, so it's 1-1 right now with 7 seconds left. So Kimball with an escape. And by the way, that was the officials or the other coaches are hating that call. But I think it was the right call, as biased as I am. I do think it was the right call because it was obvious the other wrestlers literally just riding him out. Now, in college, that's great. Go for it. But in high school, that's not what you do. So him riding out, and it was nice riding, but it cost him a point. All right, I think the ref called it something different originally, but anyways, the result is still 1-1. An escape in 7 seconds by Kimball will win this thing. Boom. Doesn't look like either one of them. I think they're both content to go into overtime. All right, first round of overtime is sudden victory. So whoever scores, if somebody scores in this round, they instantly win. If they don't, then they go top, bottom, neutral. Oh my gosh, that was a nice looking takedown. That was a fantastic looking takedown by Mr. Nevels from, I believe, Meridian. All right, folks, we're now waiting for the third, fourth, and fifth and sixth matches to wrap up and become complete, so that we can get to the finals, so that we can get to Tel Perry. And we're all rooting for Tel Perry, as biased and lopsided as we're allowed to be. All right, I'm going to wrap it up now. They're going to, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to watch wrestling if I don't know anybody. But we're going to wrap up this piece of it right here and wait. They're gonna strip out 2 more mats. They've ripped out 2 already. There were 6 in this gym. 6 other mats in other parts of the high schools for part of this tournament. And then the high school across town, Idaho Falls, was hosting the JV tournament. So this was a citywide tournament, basically, and there were 50 schools here, if you can believe that. I don't know how they found room for them all in Idaho Falls, but giant tournament. And we're finally coming to the end of it. But they're going to rip out 2 mats, and they'll have 1 mat for the men's championships, another mat for the women's championships, and then we'll be out of here. But Tel Perry coming up next, and I suspect we're probably looking at least 30 minutes away from now. So hang tight, go grab a sandwich, go for a walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the athletes, coaches, officials, and tournament staff, welcome to Idaho Falls, Idaho, and to the 44th annual Tiger-Grizz Wrestling Tournament. Today, tradition meets toughness. For 44 years, the tournament has showcased grit, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Yes, the likes of Cale Sanderson, Chris Owen, Brock Hardy, all Tiger-Grizz champs. Every takedown, every escape, every point earned on the mat represents hours of work, sacrifice, and heart. So fans, get on your feet, bring the noise, and show your appreciation.
All right, Star Valley Wrestling fans, here's the face-off for the finals.
Starting at 98 pounds in the boys division, from Meridian, Bodie Williams. His opponent from Shelley, Tiger-Freeman.
As the arena announcer was saying as this started, he said this has been 44 years in the making. This tournament's been going on for that many years, if you can believe that. And Star Valley's been going to it a good chunk of those years. I don't know if it's, I don't know the exact numbers, but that was, when I was in high school, that was the hardest tournament we went to. And I know there were a few years where Star Valley didn't go to this tournament, but it's just a super tough tournament. This year, there are about 50 teams here. And I mean, the brackets are massive, and it was happening in this high school, in the main gym, in the cafeteria, in the auxiliary gym, and then across town at Idaho Falls High School. They were running the JV side of the tournament. So this place is, it's been a big deal, a really big deal this weekend. I don't know how they fit all these people into Idaho Falls, all the wrestlers and their families, but a great tournament. Interesting, he said that Cale Sanderson won this tournament when he was in high school. Brock Hardy, who is currently competing for University of Nebraska, won this tournament. Chris Owens, and those of you who are from this part of the world, Chris Owens is one of the best wrestlers ever to come out of Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and wrestled for Oklahoma State, if I remember correctly, and then was one of the coaches at Boise State when for a number of years, and was still the coach when they canceled the program several years ago. Right now we're waiting for Star Valley's Tel Perry to wrestle for the championship. He's the only one in the finals. His brother Kimball ran into a Tiger that knocked him out of the championship round, and then took fourth behind a guy that just snuck in a takedown at the last. I mean, it was a sudden victory, 1-1. They both had one had an escape, and then the other one got a stall call, and so 1-1 going into the sudden victory, and then a really slick takedown by Kimball's opponent. So right now we've only got one. They've got a mat for the boys' championships and a mat for the girls' championships. You got these sparkler machines, make me want to get one for my garage. Tel Perry. All of you that are Star Valley Wrestling fans are waiting for Tel Perry. You know, there's a lot of pressure, as you can imagine, that he's under right now. I think his parents do a fantastic job of mitigating a lot of that pressure, and Tel does a good job of managing that himself. But he stands to be Star Valley's very first four-time state champ, which is amazing with the level of wrestling that Star Valley has had over the last 5+ decades. Just absolutely amazing. Actually, almost 6 decades, I think. But Cale's got really grounded parents that keep him grounded, and he knows that win or lose, he's still got to go home and get his chores done and put the work in. And so, but we all are rooting for him in the most supportive way we can. And he'll go on to do great things in life, whether he wins another state championship or not. But it's actually looking heavily in his favor, so we're just all rooting for him. And just to give everybody a heads up, I've got a long drive back to Utah, so I hope you won't be too disappointed. We're not going to broadcast the entire finals. We'll broadcast up through Tel's match, and then we're going to cut the feed and get out of here. It's a little bit of a miracle that we've been able to broadcast. This is covered by Flow, so you can go to Flow Wrestling if you have an account and watch the matches from Matt's side. So they've got a little camera on every one of the scorers tables that's pointing right out in the center of the mat, so you can watch it there or you can watch it here. But normally if they're doing that, they don't like outside broadcasters to come in. But usually when you position, the best chance you've got is to let them know that you're just here to cover your wrestlers from your high school, and sometimes they then look the other way. But anyway, it's been and it's tough with these kind of individual tournaments when they've got mats all over the campus. you can't move the equipment all over the campus. You just got to set up in the main area and hope you catch most of the matches. So we've caught some of them and had some technical difficulties, but we're here and everything's working great for the finals when we're just rooting for Mr. Tel Perry.
One more round of applause for these hard-working wrestlers, ladies and gentlemen.
They got a sparkler machine. Oh, there it shut off finally. Looked like they had a wayward sparkler machine. So as a reminder, please don't forget to fill out your votes for outstanding wrestlers, coaches. Scan the QR code to fill out the ballot for outstanding wrestlers. Thank you. Winner by fall in the 100-pound girls division, Taylor Brown from Oregon Ridge. I don't know if all of you can hear the music in the background, but that's kind of a new addition to wrestling. There used to not be music playing in the arena during wrestling. It was, maybe walkout music, and then they faded it out when the wrestling started. But not the case anymore. They have this constant music going on, constant noise to add to the already loud atmosphere of a wrestling match. But I like it.
a record of 33-2, and her opponent, 22-4, ranked number 7 on floor rankings. Brody Williams of Meridian with the check ball, 98 pounds. The come from behind in the Talbot from West Jefferson, champion 105 pounds in the girls division. A reminder, girls 100 pounds and 105. Please make your way to the east end of the gym, the west end of the gym, to get your medals and get awards. Thank you. Boys 98 pounds, you can do the same. At 106 pounds in the boys division, Jacoby Gallagher from Homedale with a record of 27-3, wrestling Reed Harris of Syracuse, his record 33-3. Jacoby Gallagher, a returning state champion, currently ranked number 1 on Idaho Pro Wrestling Rankings and a Raleigh League champion in 2026. On the girls at 110 pounds, Maya Bolger of Idaho Falls, sophomore with a record of 32-2 against Jimmy's Taylor, ranked undefeated 34-0. A junior. Maya currently ranked number 1, and Taylor currently ranked number 2 in the state of Idaho this week. In the boys 106-pound division, Reed Harris leads 12-2 as we start the second period. And at 110 pounds in the girls division, Maya Bolger leads 3-0 at the start of the second. with a score of 19-3 from Syracuse. Reed Harris, the freshman, with the tech foul over Dakota Malley of Homestead. Boys, 106-pounders, please make your way to the west end of the gym. The side of the gym with no bleachers, just a balcony to get your medals. Thank you. Also, girls, 100 pounds. Maya Bullender, Vital Falls with the call. And 110 pounds. Your Tiger-Grizz champion. On the boys' mat at 113 pounds, Blake Mott, a record of 44-2. Currently ranked number 2 on the Flow Wrestling rankings from Corner Canyon. One-time state placer and Fargo All-American and finalist. And his opponent from Meridian, Tobias Julian, with a record of 20-5, currently ranked number 12 on Utah Flow rankings. Two-time state placer in the state of Utah. And on the girls' mat at 115 pounds, Kenzie Williams from American Falls, a junior, currently undefeated, 29-0, ranked number 1. Her opponent from Syracuse, Utah, Peyton Giants, a record of 23-2, currently ranked number 3 on Utah Flow Wrestling rankings. Blake Mott from Corner Canyon with the fall in the first period. Your 113-pound champion. Up next on the boys' mat at 120 pounds, Casey Jones from Corner Canyon, the Fargo Greco National Champion. Currently ranked number 2 on Utah Pro Wrestling rankings, and Grayson Packer, currently ranked number 2 on Idaho Pro Wrestling rankings. Grayson's record 32-2. Sophomore, and last year's undefeated state champion. And Fargo All-American. Coaches, don't forget to fill out the outstanding wrestler belts with the QR code. Coaches, don't forget to fill out that now for the outstanding wrestlers. Thank you. Lindsey Williams from American Falls, who's 10-2 going into the third period in the 115-pound girls division. And in the boys division, with 30 seconds left in the second period, scores tie. 4-4. Between Grayson Packer and Casey Jones. Reed Harris from Syracuse, please go to the west end of the gym to reach for a medal. Reed Harris, thank you. Going into the third period, Grayson Packer of South Fremont leads 5-4 with 2 minutes left to go. Lindsey Williams remains undefeated with the fall from American Falls, your 115-pound Tiger-Grizz champion. On the girls' mat, Gracie Price from Thunder Ridge, a record of 30-2, currently ranked number 2 on the floor wrestling in Idaho. Her opponent from Post Falls, a senior, 2-year state qualifier with a record of 24-3, currently ranked number 4, 125 on the floor Idaho rankings. Gracie is a 2-time Tiger-Grizz champion. Seconds left in the 120-pound division. Grayson Packer still leads by 1 point. Your Tiger-Grizz champion, 120 pounds from South Fremont High School, Grayson Packer.
For the wrestlers 115 pounds and lower, please make your way to the west side of the gym to get your medals. And boys wrestlers 120 pounds and lower, make your way to the west end of the gym to get your medals. Coaches, don't forget to vote for outstanding wrestlers. Use the QR code that was given to you. Thank you. Tiger-Grizz leads 1-0. And at the end of the first period, in the 126-pound division, Harry Fowler of Syracuse leads 6-2 over Justice Briggs from Britain.
See what they were.
Up next on the girls' mat at 125 pounds from Grace, the junior, for record number 27, and currently ranked number 6 on Idaho Pro Wrestling Rankings, Bella Evans. Her opponent from Eagle, Patty Verdi, for record of 24 and 5, currently ranked number 3 on Pro Idaho. At 125 pounds from Eagle, your champion, Patty Verdi. Ryan Furman, please make your way to the west end of the gym to get your medal. And your champion, 126 pounds from Syracuse, Perry Fowler. Up next for the boys at 132 pounds from Corning, junior, Tanner Telford, currently ranked number 1 on Utah, record 35 and 2. State runner-up last year in Utah. And wants everyone to know that he wrestled Uncle Gary. His opponent, currently ranked number 1 in Idaho from Highlands, the junior, record of 33 and 4, Sawyer Anderson.
All right, Star Valley fans, we're still waiting for Tel Perry. This match here is at 132 pounds, so we're still a couple matches away from Tel being up, but we're focused on the right mat. This mat is the men's championship, so that's where Tel will be, and then on the other mat, they've had some great matches with the women's championship round. Hang tight. Tel will be up soon.
See that? What's that other kid, the two-time state champ? What's the kid that got pinned, the two-time state champ?
Tyler the senior from Centennial will fall and your Tiger-Grizz champion at 130 pounds in the girls division. Boys now at 130 pounds, Jeff Robinson from Minnesota Junior with a record of 31-2, currently ranked number 1 on Idaho Pro Wrestling Rankings. State runner-up last year, his opponent from Syracuse, Mason Carlson, the senior with a record of 22-2, and the Minnesota D1 Wrestling Commit, 3-time state champion from Syracuse.
All right, friends and neighbors, it's about to go down. Nice work by Tell. He gets in there tight, but Ben from Utah, I can't remember the name of the school. Stansbury. Ben from Stansbury. Nice shot by Tell, though. 2-on-1 by Ben. Tell's got his head in the right position. See how Tell's head's right in the side of Ben's neck? That's right where Tell wants his head. Jumps down on a leg for a quick, nice-looking takedown by Tell Perry to go up ahead 3-0. Smacked him with a crossface and Tells, you can see Tell trying to dig that arm bar on his left side, but Ben from Stansbury is doing a good job of keeping his arms under his own control as opposed to letting Tell control them. Sorry, the railing of the mezzanine that we're on is kind of blocking some of the action down there. Tell's got an arm bar on the left side though and is trying to work with it. All right, end of the period. Back to the center. Ben from Stansbury gets the call, and he defers to Tell. Tell picks neutral. Little factoid that makes this one kind of interesting is if Tell Perry wins this tournament, he is the first person to win it from Star Valley. Isn't that amazing? Two on one from Ben. But again, look at Tell's head position there. That's what makes him in control there. And Tell just drops down on a leg, but Ben's giving him some hips. And Tell runs with it and gets another takedown. Tell rips that arm out, but Ben does a good job of getting his arm back under. Star Valley does what they call a Zuniga. I think other people call it the Iowa ride, but Tell's got that wrist. See how he's got that wrist kind of cranked, and he's trying to yank it to the side and get it out. But all right, score 6-0 as we head into the second period. Ben from Stansbury gets his pick. Let's see what he chooses. He might choose neutral. Well, no, he's going to go top. He's got to score some back points or he's done. Tell in the meantime just wants to get an escape and keep scoring some points. Nice. He kind of reached behind. Ben kind of reached behind too much, and Tell made him pay for it with a quick, made it look easy reversal. So he's ahead 8-0 right now. Match ends that way. It's a major decision. That's a dominant thing to do in the finals of a big tournament like this, is to win at number one, but a major decision or better is just spectacular. So Tell is in complete control right now. Minute 20 left in the match. 8-0. All right, Tell lets him go. 8-1. Quick diving low single by Ben, and Ben gets a takedown out of the deal, so 4 points real quick. So score 8-4 with 51 seconds left in the match. And Ben's got a burst of energy. Looks like he was a little bit too high there. And I think right now Tell's absolutely in control, just being a little bit, doesn't want to get in any dumb position. So Ben has to let him go because he's got to do something. Ben's got the makings of a headlock. But see where Tell's hips are. He was absolutely ready for that. Perfect position. Scores 12-4 with 3 seconds left. All right, congratulations, Tell Perry. Apparently, Star Valley's very first, if you can imagine that, very first Tiger-Grizz champion. Outstanding wrestling. Congratulations, Tell. All right, friends, that does it for Star Valley Wrestling at the Tiger-Grizz. We will see you next week. Everybody stay safe.